Hello, this is Chupak Lalit Prem. I am doing my BTech course. I'm in first year, second semester at IARE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College at Dundigal, Hyderabad. My roll number is 22951A6216. My course is CSE, Cyber Security. This is my presentation for the AAT Tech Talks. The subject is Probability and Statistics. The topic I chose was research on correlation analysis between test score and classroom attendance based on linear regression model. Generally, there are significant effects of classroom attendance on quizzes and overall test scores of the course. The students who present more classes had significantly higher test scores than other students. This research demonstrates the importance of the classroom attendance on both immediate test score and overall test score of the course. Even in the course which can gain immediate access to detailed course information, the student classroom attendance remains essential for success high scores in a course. The worst thing to do in a class is not to come to class. This may be the best piece of advice from one collegiate professors to many instructors now. This advice could be passed on to most current students, but the question remains of wonders whether this is the best advice. Clearly, there are many factors which will improve or lower the test score or examination results, especially such as classroom attendance. A research on correlation between test score and classroom attendance is based on regression analysis, which is presented in the paper. The curves of correlation between the test score and classroom attendance are plotted, and a correlation index is defined in this research. The curves and the correlation index both indicate that test score closely related to the classroom attendance. Regression analysis is a statistical tool for the researcher to study the relationships between two or more variables. The researcher seeks to find a causal effect of one variable upon another, such as the effect of a price increase upon demand. For example, the effect of changes in the money supply upon the inflation rate. To study such kinds of issues, the researcher collects data on the underlying variables of interest and employs regression to estimate the quantitative effect on the causal variables upon the variable that the IARE 2010 influence. Usually, the researcher typically assesses the statistical significance of the estimated relationships. That is, the degree of confidence that is the true relationship is close to the estimated relationship. The linear regression model. This model represents the dependent variable yi as a linear function of one independent variable. Xi is subject to a random disturbance or error. Uj in formula, the error term ui is assumed to have a mean value of 0 constant variance and to be uncorrelated with itself across observations. The error term ui is assumed to have a mean value of 0 constant variance and to be correlated with itself across observations. E ui uj equal to 0, O I equal to j. We may summarize these conditions by saying that ui white noise. The task of estimation is to determine regression A coefficients, flow, and FLL estimates of the unknown parameters and A respectively. S. The estimated equation will have the form like formula. The estimated error or residual associated with each pair of data values is defined in formula. The scatter diagram of y versus x is shown in the figure. Is the vertical distance between the observed in the AI value and the y fitted out value. Here are two formulas. Yi equal to b cap naught, beta cap naught plus beta 1x. Ui cap equal to yi minus yi cap equals yi minus beta naught cap plus beta 1 cap xi. The cap can also be represented as beta naught bar, beta 1 bar, ui bar, yi bar, etc. and etc. Correlation between test score and classroom attendance. It is very important to teachers and researchers to figure out the inherent correlation between test score and these factors. In general, there are many factors may improve on lower score and examination results such as classroom attendance, homework, communication and interaction, teaching methods, self-learning, review, discussion, etc. These factors are shown in figure 2. Immediate test score, overall test score of the course, online surveys and student ratings, self-evaluation of students. While list above includes immediate test score and overall test score of the course that are the main criteria to measure the leading effort of students, it should be noted that the test score are not only the only source in the analysis data used to assess the correlation. There are 28 students in the class. The test score of 3 different courses A and B and C during 2008 to 2009 were recorded to make the correlation analysis. The overall test score, percentile of scores A 2008, and the corresponding classroom attendance 16 weeks, 2 classes per week, total 32 classes in one semester are shown in the tag, and the scatter diagram and linear diagram model are shown here. Classroom attendance, test sources or examination results based on homework, self-learning, communication and interaction, review, teaching methods and discussion. This is the picture here, it's figure 2. Here is again the figure 2 which says classroom attendance where the test scores or examination results, self-learning, homework, communication and interaction, review, teaching methods and discussion. While the list above includes immediate test score and the overall test score of the course are the main criteria to measure the learning of students, it should be noted that the test score are not the only source of analysis data used to assess correlation. There are 28 students in the class. Test score of 3 different courses A, B and C during 2008 to 2009 were recorded to make the correlation analysis. The overall test score percentile of course A 2008 to 2001 and the corresponding classroom attendance 16 weeks, 2 classes per week, total success for this semester are shown in the tag, and scatter diagram and linear regression model are shown in the figure 3. Here is figure 3 and the table 1. The overall test score data of course B is shown in the next tab, but in the table 1, overall test score of course A 2008 1 is shown as student number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, 25, 26, 27, 28. That is this indicates that the students are 28. For student number 1, the overall test score was 72, classroom attendance was 21. For student number 2, overall test score was 61, classroom attendance 20. 3, 88, 29, 4, 90, 29, 5, 67, 23, 6, 82, 28 and so on, 25, 82, 29, 26, 97, 32, 27, 50, 13, 28, 79 and 27. Now on this basis we should do a scattered diagram and linear regression model of course A. In the x-axis we can see the classroom attendance, whereas in the y-axis we can see the overall test scores. We can see the graph moves in a straight line and there are multiple dots and multiple points where based on the classroom attendance the overall test scores are marked. The overall test score data of course B is shown in the table 2, which is 2008-2, and the corresponding scatter diagram is shown in the figure 4. Here we see table 2 and figure 4. In table 2 we again see 1 to 28 members, but here it may vary the results because it is of course B and 2008 the second class. Students are again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, 25, 26, 28 total students, and there are 2 tabular columns, overall test score and class attendance. I am going to say in a corresponding manner. 1 is to 62, 21, 2, 96, 20, 3, 78, 23, 4, 74, 29, 5, 73, 26, 6, 86, 28, so on, 25, 28, 26, 26, 96, 32, 27, 68, 27, 28, 48, 14. Here also the classroom attendance is on x-axis and the overall test score is on y-axis. This figure 4 basis are the scatter diagram and linear regression of model for course P 2008-2. And here we again see another straight line. In the figure 5 in the next page, the overall test score data of course C 2009-1 is shown in the table 3 and the corresponding scatter diagram and linear regression model are also shown in the figure 5. But as of now, we probably don't need that. The scatter diagram and linear regression model of these courses show that there are obvious correlation between test score and the core classroom attendance. In cores A and C, the correlation is not as closer as it in cores B, but most of these data follow the main trend. The higher the classroom attendance, the higher the test score. The two are positively correlated. It can be concluded that the classroom attendance can play an important role in the learning process of students. Conclusion, that's the conclusion. Thank you so much. This is Chupak Lalit Prem, again roll number 22951A6216. I'm doing a BTech second semester at IARE and my course is CSC Cybersecurity, and this is the AIT presentation tech talk for the subject probability and statistics. My subject was on basis of the regression lines. Thank you.